All right, what you guys are about to see is probably one of the worst ideas I've had in a long time, and on top of that, I convinced Greg Wittstock from TV's Pond Stars to do it with me. See, I wanted to do this big dramatic opening where Greg and I jump off from one of his custom waterfalls into the pond down below, but the water was 40 degrees, and he warned me that as soon as I hit that water, I was going to be dead meat. There was no way I was going to be able to say anything, and he was 100% right. All right, I'm at Aquascape headquarters. Today we're gonna teach you guys how to install a pond step by step, and we're taking all of the guesswork out of this. We're gonna show you how to make $253 per hour, day after day, and if we can do it, and all of those guys over there can do it, you guys can do it as well.
So we're jumping together.
Take it off! Take it off!
I've never been in water that was this cold. I could not talk. Today, Aquascape headquarters, freezing my balls, huh? Created a step-by-step, paint-by-number system that allows any contractor even with zero experience to install a pond and make at least 50% profit margins. Now in his own business, he's improved that by increasing his efficiency, and he's up to 76% profit margins on a per project basis, and he's going to show us how to do that today. And in the next video, we're actually going to go out and do the actual install. There is absolutely no guesswork when you're installing one of these ponds or water features. How many hours for every project has been calculated, the cost of every material, right down to how many stones you need to complete a project. You're going to see that, and in the next video coming up, we're actually going to do an install showing you exactly how these things get done. But before we get into these systems, I wanted to hear a little bit about Pond Stars. So why was Pond Stars so difficult? You said that was one of the 4 worst things in your life.
Sure, but of course everything happens for a reason, right? But the reason was it wasn't real. Reality TV is not real. Reality TV is whatever the showrunner and director want to make it. So every morning we would wake up for a pond. I mean, we're building a pond. This is what we do every day. And they would tell us, here's how you're going to do this. Here's how you're going to react. Here's this fake drama that we're scripting into this thing. And I'm like, but we wouldn't do this. And so it wasn't genuine.
This isn't real life. So what I wanted to find out next is if ponds are so profitable, why aren't more people doing them? How complicated can ponds get? And you can do $1 million pond projects.
And $1 million one here.
And another one at his company headquarters just down the road. My goal today, guys, is to help you understand that ponds can be one of the most lucrative niches in landscaping, and you guys can do it. And where a lot of guys have problems with ponds is they go too big too fast.
Stick to the basics. The elementary school is your fountainscapes. Your junior high is your pondless. Your high school is your ecosystem ponds. Your college PhD level is your $1 million water feature. A contractor who's an opportunistic guy will go out there to do 2 or 3 small elementary school pondless waterfalls or fountainscapes, and then he'll get an entranceway to a subdivision for $100,000, think he's made it rich, and then it'll cost him $150,000, and then he'll never want to touch water features again because he went straight from elementary or junior high school to college or PhD. Crazy. Have you been up there yet, Stanley? So this is a retail store. This is kind of like the most basic pond. Now we have fountainscapes that start less, but $59.99 installed. So this pond right here, I can put in any patio, next to any landscape. I can get 4 guys to do this in 30 man hours. And here's the price right here. So you can either finance it for $120 a month or $6,000 installed, 7 by 9 foot pond, and I can do that in 30 man hours. And you're gonna make, if that's $8,000, you're gonna put $4,000 profit in one day with 3 guys.
All right, let's clarify something. This is a $6,000 pond. A typical company will profit about $3,000 on this project, but Greg's company at a 76% profit margin will make $4,500 on this one single job, and he'll do it in one day. $4,000 profit, one day, 3 guys.
Not a problem at all day long till the cows come home. And then what we want to do is we want to show people good, better, best. So here's good. Walk over here. It's the same size pond, but now we got a 6-foot stream onto it. So 7 foot by 9 foot pond with a 6 to 7 foot stream, $74.99, $150. bucks a month. And then you have the best.
Whoa. What is the material cost on this pond?
For a 7x9 pond kit, you're gonna probably look at about 1,200 bucks. And then the only additional expense you're gonna have on that is rock, which varies between 10 bucks a ton and 150 bucks a ton.
What's the profit on this pond?
If you're doing a one for 75, it's 50% gross profit margin is what our customers are getting. They're earning a 50 minimum gross profit margin. We're at Aquascape at 76% because we've been doing it for 26 years. Where can you make 50%? Steady, or let it alone 76%. And then here's the best. So for $9,000, you can almost get twice as big, a 10 by 14 foot pond, for just a little bit more, because once our guys are out there. Now this is gonna take us, a 10 by 14 foot pond that sells for $9 grand, that's gonna take 40 to 50 man hours. So 4 or 5 guys, you know, an 8 to 10 hour day.
One day,
and you're gonna end up making, you know, 4,500, 5,000 bucks easy. Everybody brings me their turtles as the pond guys, so I keep having to build ponds to hold them. So I got like 7 turtles in this tank.
you do love turtles.
I like turtles. I like turtles. We started off with, this is freshman year, maybe junior year by the big one. This is college level, 2,500 bucks.
He meant 25,000, not 2,500.
And what we don't want to do is having people starting installing these after they install 2 or 3 aqua basins or ponds or pondless waterfalls. This is, you know, when you're going to college, then you can do these like this.
So you work your way up to this pond.
You do, but the problem with contractors, and you know this, they're opportunistic.
They get greedy.
They get greedy and they take on a job that they can't do, and then it costs them their shirt. They're not making their 50% gross profit margin. It's harder to make 50% gross profit margin on a $2,500 one than it is on a $7,500 one.
Now it's important to listen to that last warning very carefully. Greg's company's done over $300 million in business just in the last 10 years alone. And what he's telling you is it's easier to make a 50% profit margin on the smaller project when you're just starting it out than it is on the bigger projects. Don't go too big too fast, guys.
Too many things can happen.
God, that is a gorgeous koi.
Aren't they beautiful?
Not to switch the topic, but
they're all cool. Yeah, they come right up, you eat my turtles. You know, this is what inspired me to get into this hobby right here. I like turtles. The easiest way to be successful in life is to find somebody doing what you want to do and what? Do what they did.
Now a survey was done over 70 different companies trying to determine what their typical profits per hour were. For a design build company, a hardscape company, they're making about $51 per hour. A commercial mow and blow guy is making around $30 some per hour. A residential mow and blow guy, his profits go up just a little bit. He's in the $40 per hour category. An irrigation guy, his profits, since he's more niche, will be hitting it closer to the $50 per hour range. But a certified aquascape contractor doing custom pond installs is up to $260 some per hour. But now a certified aquascape contractor just doing average pond installs, nothing special, is still at $253 per hour. And this is something that you guys can do.
I physically get ill looking at this number. $265 per man hour produced by our custom crew. Why does it want to make me vomit? Go ahead, Kim.
Because all the other people could be making $265.
So my frustration in life, why a contractor, and you know what is the #1 response I get when I talk to a mow and blow guy, or a hardscape guy, or an irrigation guy, of why they don't want to get into this category? You gotta tell me why.
Ponds leak.
What's that?
Ponds leak.
Oh, I don't want to mess with water. They're a lot of work. I don't want to do that because I had one bad experience. True or false?
True.
Okay, the reality is, this is why Aquascape does what we do. Stay in elementary school, put an aqua basin in. Oh, let's see how profitable aqua basins are. Would you guys like to see what the Aquascape standard installation crew numbers are?
Yes.
Installing small pondless waterfalls, aqua basins, everything else. Go ahead. Survey says $253 per man hour, with the high expertise of digging a hole and putting in a square box and plumbing up a pump and putting gravel on top. Don't forget the gravel. Would you guys be happy to produce this in your business?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to tell you today, we're going to show you today the business model operation manual of how we actually produce those numbers.
All right, guys, now I couldn't take you along with me on this 36-hour training course, but I tried to break this down as much as possible. So today, I wanted you to just see the opportunities that lie out there for you guys if you choose to pursue it. On the next video you see see me with Greg, we're actually going to be doing an install step by step and learning his 20 system program. And then the last video in this pond series, Greg and I are going to be heading out to California to do a pond install at Logan Paul's house. So make sure that you guys stick around. You're going to see every step of the process and hopefully take something away from this. Next, I want you to meet Carl and hear his story. Carl, just real quick, you started out with nothing, zero.
Literally nothing,
Literally nothing. And in 2.5 years,
right?
you grew this from not knowing how to put a pond in to doing about how much, roughly?
We're gonna do just under $1 million this year, and if I get a yes on a project we're bidding on right now, it'll take us over to about $1.2 million. And
$1.2 million.
Yeah.
2.5 years ago, he didn't know how to dig a hole in the ground and fill it with water. Now he's doing 1.2 million if you get a yes. Otherwise, it's still 900.
Nine something.
Think you guys can do it? Do you think you guys can do it?
Let me tell you something, a guy that worked 20 years in the car business, if I can do it, you can do it.
This pond was installed by 2 ladies, 2 guys that never touched a pond before today. They did this morning. Look at this.
2.5 hours.
Took them 2.5 hours to do this. And then over here, this one was installed by a professional, same kit, gives you different results, but you can see that you guys don't have to be a professional to get amazing results. Professional built this, he's done hundreds and hundreds of ponds. And over here, 2 ladies, 2 guys, never touched the pond before, did this in 2.5 hours. You guys can do it. Now, videos like this help you guys out. Let me know in the comments down below or hit the like button. But today's video was not my story. This is Greg's story. This is Greg's obsession. So do me a favor and go check out his channel and subscribe over there because he's going to be bringing information to you guys that will hopefully help you out. God bless. Go get him and go subscribe to Greg's channel.